Great readers make great writers, whilst great writers make a great communicator, and great communicator make a great persuader. And you know what great persuader make? They make good societies. Do you know what this is? You might see, this is only a thin book as usual, right? But look, if you look deeper, it might be more than a book. It might be a key to opening the world. A key to unlock many opportunities. A key which sent my neighbor to get his dream job. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a story. I have a neighbor who just graduated from another graduate program. He was majoring in agriculture. This guy should love spinach. Anyway, last year, he applied for a job. It wasn't that job. It was a dream job. He desired to become a graphic designer in a unicorn startup company. I know, it's pretty confusing because he was majoring in agriculture. But no one can stop a mad horse in a race. My friend, you have to believe in yourself because everything is possible if you believe. After enrolling in a job and hoping for God's help, finally, he failed. Okay, let me simplify. So, he doesn't have any graphic design background, right? He doesn't have any knowledge about art, right? Even he doesn't have any self-esteem, so how God will help him? My silly neighbor represents our status quo right now, the job seeker who hasn't enough knowledge to get their dream job. Moreover, there are still many people whose educational background is not sufficient, even they choose to keep in line with the major. Then the million-dollar question is, why does it happen? The answer is because we don't want to get the knowledge. Having adequate knowledge is a must. This is like having a survival kit in a game. Only strongest can survive, can win the game, and only the fresh graduate with sufficient knowledge can win the user interview, can get a job. But the problem is, back again, we don't want to get the knowledge. I don't try to self-look. Alleged data mining from the Program for International Student Assessment PISA in 2019 showed that Indonesia ranked 62 out of 70 countries with low literacy levels. Literacy is one of indicators that showing how crazy we are to gain knowledge. And it seems like we are not crazy to gain knowledge. However, reading is the simplest way to get essential knowledge from its most complex source. Let me explain. Almost 300 years ago, Sir Isaac Newton published his book called Principia Mathematica. It contains nearly 2,000 pages wrote within 10 years and explained about gravitation. Then, by reading this book, we can get the information about the human mind through science from 300 years ago without time traveling to the past. Imagine if every book contains years and years experience of its author, which represent in a book, journal, or even magazine that we can read only by a week or even less. Do you still remember my lovely neighbor, the silly one? After realizing his insufficient knowledge about graphic design, he began to read many books that contains that knowledge. Only by a month, he has eaten 2 books about the basic technique of graphic design. After 6 months, he has read 5 advanced graphic design books. Imagine if every book contains 2 years' experience of its author. By 5 books, he has already gotten 10 years' experience, which he got only by 6 months. With this knowledge, he started to make a portfolio, and joined an intern. In the next 6 months, he reapplied to the job. Long story short, now he has become one of Tokipedia's graphic designer and reached his better life. This story is blood, sweat, and tears. But if we look back, this achievement is reached by realizing how critical reading is. If you have a good book to keep company you, there's nothing better than that in the universe. Imagine if all Indonesians, especially the young generation right now, decide to read a book that will encourage their knowledge to pursue their dream. Indeed, we will reach our better life. But stop to imagine, because this is time to take action. Ladies and gentlemen, rather than busy with societal world ills, with tweet and snap, we as the young generation have to hold on to reading. It's a key to our kingdom. This is a book, but look deeper. It might be more than a book. It might be a key for the young generation to reach their dream for a better life. But this key only works when you start to read. So, have you worked with your key? I'm Afifah Madani from Senior High School of Global Madani. Thank you for your unwavering attention. Have a nice day.